there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with a pike and shot mod. Last time around, we started off here playing as the Habsburgs, and we had quite a few rebellions. Or, well, we had one, major one, in Prague, Bohemia, and then we had the small one in Moravia. We've put the one that was over here, we've put that one down pretty easily. Good starting battle to get a hang of it. We put that one down and everything went fine. So now we're going to send Tilly and Pappenheim to put down... We're going to re-fenestrate. Is that defenestrate? Re-fenestrate? Get it? We're going to put them back through the windows. No, obviously not. We're going to walk in through the door like normal people. Anyways, no more moves. We're going to have to in-turn here. And we're going to show the strength of the Emperor to these heathen Protestants. In terms of our overall strategy, once we've taken this, obviously the next one is Stuttgart, but I think we're at war with quite a lot of these actually. So it's quite a few states, all the way up to Oldenburg actually. So all the way up there. Soon enough, I'm sure the Prussians might join, and then also the Swedes. We are at peace with the Polish. I don't think they're gonna go against us. Neither is the Italian states. The Ottomans don't really have any troops along our border, so that is just fine. So for now, our enemies are to the north. And with that, it's time to in-turn and take a look at what we can do to reclaim Prague and the province of Bohemia. Well, what a twist we have. The enemy actually sally forth. They're not going to take the battle at the city. Instead, they're going to meet us in battle on the plains. The numbers are quite equal. The enemy has an advantage of 140 men. I do think they have stronger cannons. I have a smaller cannon. They have two 18-pounders. I have a 124. We're gonna count around the pounds and see who's got the most. They have no shot. They only have pike, and they only have medium pike. I have two heavy pikes, so that could be a strength. They do have more cavalry. We'll hope to neutralize that with our artillery. Enough talking though. Let's see the ground which we are to face these enemies at. The meter doesn't have much confidence in me, the strength meter, but I'm sure I will be able to turn this around. With that said, onwards to battle. Right. And here we are on the battlefield. Let me quickly just go over my disposition. What I've gone ahead and done is I've put one of my musketeer units inside this manor house right here, trying to protect them from the superior numbers of the enemy cavalry. I thought that was a good idea until they started firing at it with cannons. Luckily, they don't seem to be reaching. I'm hoping they don't ever reach. I fear the house might get destroyed real quickly, so that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on, but for now the shots land short. Then I've got my medium pikes here, thinking that the more exposed side over here is more exposed. So there we got actually 3 units of heavy pikemen. I think I said that I only had 2, but we do have actually 3, and then German mercenaries there. The 2 generals in the back, and then my 2 units of heavy cavalry out on the right. The enemy is walking very slowly to meet us, so it'll take a while before the actual battle starts. And I don't think we want to sit here and just watch the Bohemians throw around a bunch of snow by firing the cannonballs into it. So we'll cut to the point where damage is starting to be made. The enemy cavalry is now in position to where our cannons can fire upon them. And so here comes our first return shots and the first casualties. Unless of course the enemies manage to shoot some of their own units. Right, now the second one comes into range, and we're about to fire on those as well. Seeing how the enemy is advancing here, are we firing into the ground? No, we are hitting enemies. I'm thinking we're gonna draw up the line like this instead, and the cavalry will be advancing to over here. The continuous fire, nothing. They've been firing constantly towards this house, and they haven't hit anything, and they've been firing for about 10 minutes. And I think they're about to start hitting their own, but I think it's one of those deals where when they fire a cannonball out of range and it bounces and hits someone, it doesn't actually kill them, it just kind of knocks them around a bit. The small cannons do not have canister, the big ones do. Right. Also, note how they're sending all their cavalry off to like the side which is more difficult for them to attack. Like the cavalry, the German mercenary cavalry is moving straight towards like the most easily defended position, because they can't hardly try to storm the house, can they? So the cavalry is continuously moving straight into quite the difficulty. And then we've got a pike square of the 6th Regiment. Would be easy enough to see that it is the 6th Regiment rather than the 9th. I wonder here, might actually be better to be firing on a regiment further back. Also, I don't want that cavalry dealing any damage to my cannon, so we're gonna get the mercenary gunners out to shoot them. Might be better here actually for the heavy guns. Canister doesn't actually reach.
Grenadiere bereit, Sir. Artillerie zu Befehl. Schwere Kanone.
Okay, they do really fire exactly. I thought maybe the shot would be bouncing through. Doing quite a bit of damage on the square, I'm sure. I'm hoping we get a little bit more bounces. Well, these guys are just about to set up and fire. Carnage. I think squares is usually what works best. The enemy cavalry is failing so hard. The generals will move up as they've decided to attack one of our cannon units here. Actually back on the cannon. Actually at this point, canister might be advisable. While you be firing straight forwards. While this is going on, completely forgotten about all the enemy pikes. We're gonna compact our formation a little bit. Ooh, only 3 men survived that charge. Only 3 men survived the charge. And that was my heavy cannons. That is not great news. And now Pappenheimer is fighting the German mercenary cavalry. I am gonna use the second general to fire pistols into the flank here. And we're hoping to get rid of them. Gunners fall back.
Our general is under attack.
Okay, cavalry right out and start harassing the enemy pike formation. Okay, they strike at our cannons again. The fact that they charged these and almost killed everyone basically is kind of a big blow. It's a very big blow, I'd say. The square held. What we'll do is we'll put the gunners now in between here. And then these will be formed into squares. I said they were medium pikemen, they're all actually light pikemen. And one has made it all the way here in front to where the generals are. And they will be pulling back. Ooh, we killed quite a lot there. Keep harassing them with pistol shot. Back on the guns. Guys in the house haven't lost on a single soldier yet. Good fire here. And the cavalry in the back is doing well as well. Okay, set up to fire your cannon. And what we'll do is we'll fire like that if we can. Fire onto that cavalry unit, if you please. If you're ready. The thing is, I can sit and fire here all day if I want to. It might be good though to bring these guys out to do better damage. I want you to fire at the cavalry. Have we started firing cannon yet? At where I'm hoping to fire cannon? Only seemingly one unit is firing, which I don't like. Hurry out of the house, we need you. It's only one cannon seemingly that's firing. And pretty lackluster results from that. My squares are holding. Okay, charge now. Okay, move out and see if you can do more damage. You will kite the enemy pikes, and then the second musket unit will be moving up right behind to support here. Our heavy pike squares are holding. The light pikes can't do a lot against them. Our own medium pikes is going to move up and support here. You know what? The generals still have pistol shot left. They can be used to fire in the flanks here. Okay, kite once more. I have opportunity here to finally catch those German mercenaries. I'm attacking them from both sides like that. Might work. Gunners forward. And then you will drop. And then we'll reform over here. Pistol generals. We'll have them move up a little bit faster. You will be as reserve to start off with. Keep chasing them forever. Oh, the cannons are out for a stroll. I mean, the light pikemen did nothing onto my squares. Maybe I shouldn't be too surprised. These are really heavy squares compared to what the enemy brought. This would have been a perfect battle if it weren't for the fact that I unfortunately lost way too many of the cannon crew, of the larger cannon. That is in fact quite unfortunate. But the general actually joined in the fight over there. Probably not a great idea actually. Oof, I was really afraid that I've lost one of my generals there. Drop it and kill him. Right, they're out of pistol shot. They got a few kills in. They can now retire in peace. Okay, the cavalry is more or less killed them. Go off and kill the artillery. And then we'll see about getting the gunners to go out there and kill the rest of these idiots. We'll put one of each side then as we advance on them. Okay, they are within range. These are about to come in range. Looks good. Firing, doing good damage. The cavalry, we'll just reorganize them here. And send them up to fire on anyone that gets close. End those assholes. I don't have time for all of those. So the two pike squares will advance and deal the damage deserved on our enemies. Be ordered to attack. I'm hoping they might break before they reach our line, given the amount of people that are dropping. And given the fact that they're exhausted. I think we've got a major shot coming on. As they actually reach the unit, troops further in the back start firing. Form square. Cavalry advance. Okay, end them. Let's go on over here. Soon enough, those are defeated as well. Retire. And then the pikes will meet pike. There will be a fight. And the enemy was defeated. Good. Let's see, we might get a shot off over there as the cavalry advances. Most enemies are now defeated. The thing is, yeah, we need to make sure. I mean, they've lost so many numbers anyways. I don't think they're gonna make it back to town anyways, and the town will surrender on its own. Prepare to have the cavalry fire on the enemy. Make sure that no one makes it back to Prague. And there we have it. Victory. Victory results. The enemy lost more or less everyone, with only 99 men remaining after the fight, while we lost 256. Kind of measly compared to what the enemy lost. They lost almost, what, twice as many troops? Actually, 10 times as many troops, almost. Highest killers was pike units, followed by the Österreich musketeers, and those were the ones I put in the house. I think the German musketeers were the ones that stood out on the ground. Nothing more to be said here, more than my cannon survived! Yes, that's the important part, although from now on they'll only have crew to man a single cannon, unfortunately. With that, the end turn is gone, and so has winter. It's now early March. 1619. Captured supply wagon, look at that. Minus attrition. Minus to campaign movement range. Because they're looting, I guess. He actually got critical levels of provision at the same time as he captures a supply wagon. And morale in battle now when we have the supplies. Gone ahead and switched out the Tiroler region. It's going to be more of a tax region than recruiting special troops. And then also, in between this episode and the last, I realized there's a bunch of trade nodes here, right? And none of them are being occupied. And look at the trade value. Ivory is 70. 41 for spices. 48 for sugar. So we got spice right here. Do we have sugar somewhere? I think we're gonna aim for ivory, and ivory is further down here. There's the first ivory one. But what I might do is I might jump from trade node to trade node. So right now we're making 760 from that one, from coffee. But we're gonna make a whole lot of money from ivory, or literally controlling all the trade nodes, because right now no one seems to be going after them, so I'm building a lot of trade ships. But with that, the more important thing is the fact that now I can advance on Prague with no problem at all, I thought. But the garrison force numbers 2,600 men. Most of them are gunners, though. But gunners, I think they could do quite a bit of damage still on us. And especially the numbers. We might want to await reinforcements. Or we want to see what kind of troops I can get there in time. It might be that the enemy sally forth, which wouldn't be great at all. Not great at all. So I think we're actually going to pull off, and we're going to sit on the bridge, and we're going to wait reinforcements until we have troops enough. And also, in the meantime, they're just building up the province that I'm going to take. So if I wait here without actually laying proper siege, they will build for me a better ordnance factory for heavy artillery. Wonderful news. Is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. So with that, we'll once more intern, and no, actually the spy. Get the Bavarians in my way. Right, what do these guys have? Lots of heavy pikes. Some other heavy cavalry units. So even though it looks like there's not a lot of troops here, there's some damned heavy troops. It might be time, actually, for me to recruit some extra troops. Maybe not pikes. I'm lacking in a bit of gunners. So we might get some more regiments. What does have high accuracy? The mercenary Cossacks have the highest. Everyone else gonna have 20. I guess we'll go with the cannons. Could be good. More cannons, especially now when I lost a few. Although we can build them here later on. Well, that might be a risky strategy to put all my cards on hoping to recruit from enemy territory. We're going to recruit 3 regiments of musketeer regiments. It's going to be marched up to the main army. All the armies are converging here, so I will be setting up a better order there once they all reach Prague. But with that, we'll end turn once more. Supply shortages all around, although at sea there's a slight breeze, increasing 50% movement range of my trade ships. More ships being built, and we finally got roads. These Moravians say we don't do anything for them. Well, I just built roads for you, you ungrateful bastards. And at the same time, we got the entire army now converging. So once more we'll lay siege. Oh shit, what a kind of army has spawned in its place. Waiting this long has brought in tons of enemies. We're gonna join in everyone. With Wallenstein coming in afterwards. So I got my full army, which is about similar to what they have. The thing is, we'll get 1,000 coming in reinforcements compared to the enemy. Where did they manage? They managed to gather up quite a few troops while we were waiting outside. A lot of these is garrison troops, but a lot of that was they were able to build in between. Given it that it is such a large battle, and I already think I've done quite a bit in this episode. I don't know how long the other battle took. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end it there and pick it up from the next one, and we'll start then with the big battle. Big bang. Oh, I'm one jump away from getting the ivory. Wonderful. And we got more. We need more of these trade ships. I don't think there's even a cap on how many trade ships I can have. I don't see much difference on these. I'm hoping they trade just as well. No, I don't hope they trade just as well. I hope that the India man, which is the one I've been recruiting, merchantman is... Wait, merchantman? Is it all merchantmen? I thought I was recruiting the India man. Merchantman is a lot cheaper. Now, you know what? I do wish that they trade the same, because I'm recruiting the cheaper ship. So I'm hoping they trade just as well in terms of the amount of goods they can get out. But yeah, doesn't matter that much, I don't think. So we're getting lots of good trade in. We got spices and coffee flowing into Europe. Wonderful. And the next time, I will finally bring the Imperial pain onto these rebel rousers. And from there, we'll on to lay all of Germany under our control. But with all of that said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I see you guys for the next one. Bye.
Soldaten, sofort zurückweichen! Schnell!